Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're watching Ole Miss QB Trinidad Chambliss, listed at a shade under 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's got a pretty decent frame though for his size. Strong in the lower half. He's a dual threat. Reported to run in the 4.5s. Just updated the rankings. Moved him up the board. Those are my grades, not draft projections. Suddenly he's in my top 5. Just moved Sellers, Mateer, Dante Moore into the 2027 class. Suddenly, you got Chambliss in the top 5 conversation. He's got to be in the conversation at least. Winston Watkins, true freshman. That's my guy. No one was talking about Watkins in the Devi community, C2C. He's my guy. They're all mine. We drift on this channel, guys. Welcome to the channel. Watkins, former 5-star. He's got pedigree. Services dropped him down to a 4-star. Everyone kind of starts sleeping on him. 5 stars means future first rounder, guys, in case you weren't sure. That's what that indicates. Back foot, sees it, throws it, gives this guy a shot before the safety gets over there. It's pass interference there. Timing, that's what I like. Quick, get the ball out. No one's talking about this kid yet. Hey, I trust the process. Day 2 traits. Maybe higher, you never know these days. Trinidad Chambliss, he's got an arm. He's not Josh Allen, but he can gun it. He can put it where it needs to be. Put up some great stats this year. Go look him up. I'm not really an analytics guy. Respect them though. Respect those dudes. You really got to watch the tape, see how they got there. See who they are, how they win, how they're built. Do they have translatable traits? Is their game translatable? How snappy is the release? What's the decision making look like? This kid gets the ball out very quickly. Some people are going to say he's a product of the system. That's what they were saying about Jackson Dart last year. That's what they were saying about JJ McCarthy, Jaden Daniels. But he's a good pure passer, and he's a legit dual threat. He'll beat you with his legs. That's a great pass right there. Gives his guys a shot. Trusts his dudes. Jackson Dart is kind of like a poor man's Josh Allen, whereas Chambliss is kind of like a poor man's Jackson Dart. You guys know what I'm talking about. Look at that ball placement. Harlan Hill Trophy Award winner. That's the D2 Heisman. Great story. People are saying, Lane Kiffin found this guy on Instagram. I'm not sure about that, but something like that. He's first checked out his highlights on Instagram. This kid, Wally pipped Austin Simmons. I had high hopes for Austin Simmons this season. No looking back. Austin Simmons actually plays later in this game. They let Chambliss rest after 3 quarters of work. He looked okay. Not spectacular. Chambliss looks better. It's more comfortable. It's really smooth, natural. Everything's very natural and easy for him. Rolling out, throwing it on the run. Makes sense. A lot more experienced QB here, a lot more snaps under his belt. Austin Simmons is still young. He literally just turned 20 2 days ago. Graduated from college already, if I'm not mistaken. He's got some time on his hands to get better, work on the craft. Trinidad Chambliss, Heisman Trophy winner. D2 level, but still. Some winning muscle memory, you could say. Here's pace, tempo, timing. You guys know me. Sense of urgency. Not just standing around like a dodo. Pocket awareness. Knowing when to tuck it and run. Don't sleep on this kid now. He's more than a system quarterback. Don't get me fired up. Bright heads-up player. He's got some twitch. He's a good athlete. We just did Marcel Reed. He's not quite in that tier, but the threat with a ball in his hands really opens things up for your RPO game. You got to account for him. He'll hold your linebacker's eyes and then some. I think he fits today's game pretty dang on well. System quarterback. I never like knocking players just because they play well in a certain system. I like when they play well. I don't care what system it is. Call me crazy. Give Drew Aller this kid's system. If it's so easy. You gotta watch the tape. They're built a certain way. This guy's a little undersized, but he's got a good frame. Kind of slowly checking a lot of boxes this season. Ole Miss looks awesome. Their only loss was versus Georgia, which is really nothing to be ashamed of. One of the best defenses in the country, if not the best, especially when the lights are the brightest. He came out of that game with his head held high. He's handling any adversity super well. That stuff is key in your development. You learn more about these players when they lose than when they win sometimes. A lot of the time. Being a good teammate after you lose is essential. It's a team sport. Accountability. Accountability matters. Body language. Post-game interviews. You're the leader of the team. That should mean something to you. That'll do it, guys. Need to know. He's getting better and better. He's learning. He's getting smarter. He's evolving. This kid may win the Heisman. You never know. He's putting up some good numbers. Ole Miss looks good. If he does, he'd make history. That'd be the first time players ever won the Heisman on 2 levels. Division 1 and 2. Pretty cool. Tell the grandkids about that one. Arrow pointed up. He keeps balling out. I'm telling you guys, day 2's not out of the question by any means. That means he'll probably get a shot as a starter in the NFL at some point. And if he does, hey, this could be the next, Russell Wilson. Not the worst comp. It's like a Russell Wilson meets Jackson Dart. You could say. It's going to be hard to ignore this guy come draft day. I'm telling you. We'll see. Could definitely see him rising in the process. Turning out to be kind of a shallow QB class. We'll circle back in a few months. Guys like Desmond Ridder, Dylan Gabriel, just to throw a couple names out there. I can see draft capital in that range, that realm, for now. See him starting some games in the NFL. Maybe more than a few. That's it, guys. That will do it. ProDraftScouting.com. That's the website. Free rankings. I give it away for free. I'm Quaker. That's how it goes. I don't care. I'm not trying to make money. I don't need money. I'm shining, baby. Thanks for listening to the end. Get your shares.